Yay, and we're on. Welcome, everybody, to the Artist Alliance podcast, episode 8. Fuck, did I do that right? Yeah, episode 8, but episode 1 of the Kolab series. We're going to do a series of people in our gallery right here, and this is my first one today. Well, technically Rob was, but Rob doesn't count because that was on vacation. so your number...
That doesn't count? No. It has to be in here.
Yeah, it has to be in here. Yep, your number one, Barbie Stattman. Stattman?
Stattman.
I did say it right.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always get that shit wrong. And you got to get way closer to the mic.
How close? Oh, my goodness.
Like this close.
That's too much.
Like I rub my beard on it sometimes.
I feel too close to myself right now. It's very strange.
It is weird. It's difficult to get used to. But you do. So, there.
Cool. Well,
How are you doing today?
I'm just fine. I got off work after midnight, so I just kind of like slept in until 1, unfortunately. I hate it when that happens, but it's just like, gotta sleep.
I wish I could sleep until 1. I couldn't even do that like on a weekend because, kids. I have kids.
That's fair. I don't have kids.
Yeah, do that.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I love kids. I love kids, but definitely do that. Don't do kids. Don't have kids.
Yeah, no, I don't hate on my friends who have kids for sure. But like whenever I'm around kids, I just seem to be the only one that's not pretending that I'm not like hating what's going on. Or maybe I am the only one that's hating what's going on. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't deal with you. I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to interact. That's not all kids for sure. But like when they're like just like running around in here, I'm just like, I don't know. Should I talk to you?
Right.
How do I start this conversation?
I'm that way with just people in general. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, if you had kids, I'd probably talk to your kids before you.
That's so funny.
I'm definitely that way.
At least you can make small talk, even if it's bullshit, with like
exactly
regular sized people. But with kids, it's just like, so like, how's the weather been on your end?
Do you like crayons? I like crayons too. Want to run away from here? Oh, that sounds weird. God damn it! I need to stop doing that weird shit.
You could.
Tell the kids, go play in traffic. You can't say that to my kids. I can say it to my kids. But they're not dumb, so they know I don't mean it. Like, if your kids go play in traffic, you need to teach your kids better. They're listening to a stranger. They're listening to a stranger that told them to go play in traffic. All right. All right, so less about kids and more about artwork. You guys can see we have our artwork up here on the panel. If you cannot see and you are downloading audio, which will be available soon, where would we go to see your art on the interweb? Is there a place?
Yeah, you could go to my website, which is barbiestattman.com.
You have a website.
I have a website.
I don't even have a fucking website.
Dude, it's so easy. I'm telling you.
I know. Like, that's what Mallory said.
I use a Squarespace?
I used to build websites too. Like,
and you don't have a website? Before
all the hype of all the cool shit you can do, like back in the day, it was straight typing HTML coding. And I was like, oh yeah, this is shitty.
No, that's not for me. This one is so easy.
And then MySpace came out, and we're like, oh cool, you can just copy and paste shit now.
I actually remember that when I had a MySpace, and I would my friends and I would find all these different codes to make them look a certain way.
What were you, 12?
For no reason. Pretty much, like, just around that age, 12 or 13.
And how old are you now?
I'm 23.
That's not bad. 23 is a good age.
I guess so. I turned 24 on Sunday.
I think 23 is when I fell off of MySpace. It's about right. Like, holy shit, that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
It's definitely not when I fell off of MySpace.
When did you fall off MySpace? Less than 10 years ago?
I don't know. I just got a Facebook 4 years ago.
I don't have a Facebook so I guess I'm still behind in that.
That's good too.
I keep thinking that I'm not close enough.
It's okay. Wherever you are, you can. I don't fucking care.
Pretty much here.
Yeah. People can turn up and down their volume, and if they want to get their ears blown out, I go boom. Just.
Do you really want to hear my voice?
Right.
Get real close.
I do. That's why we're here.
That's true.
So, I want to know more. Like I get to see them, but I don't know what your intention is with them. Like frame of mind, medium. I'm assuming watercolor.
Yeah, for some of them.
Ink.
Yeah, For sure.
Right
So
on.
these two I did with ink. And then the rest I kind of fuck around on Photoshop a lot, but I also really, really enjoy using ink. But when I did this one and this one, I did the line work originally with like a quill and nib.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
That's the way to go, man. So yeah, then I would just like scan it in, color it digitally, and then, it's here. And then with those, I just those were just like doodles in my sketchbook that I really liked. Yeah.
Are these digitally colored also?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I just kind of like scanned in the sketches and then threw in like a couple of like layers of colors that just like messed around with all the different levels and stuff. Yeah, Photoshop is the best. And people who hate on it don't understand anything about the new world of art.
100% hate on Photoshop. Do you know how hard I go in Paint, though? I go
Why
hard
Paint?
in the Paint.
Paint's so bad. Have you seen Ringo Starr's art that he does all on MS Paint?
No, is it badass?
Oh, that's disappointing. You've got to look it up.
Is it badass, though?
It's badass because it's Ringo Starr doing whatever the fuck he wants because he can, because he's
Yeah.
Ringo Starr.
He's doing squares. Looks like barns and shit. or-
Yeah, I like almost insist you look it up like ASAP.
I will.
Because
Right after this is over. I'm going to remember this for sure.
Yeah.
Ringo Starr does MS Paint
he
work.
does like these weird portraits and they're so bad, but they're so beautiful because they're Ringo Starr.
That's
doing what he
fucking
wants.
cool, man. That's another artist doing other art stuff. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, we could all learn from Ringo Starr.
I could never get Ringo Starr on here, though.
You don't say that. Just manifest it. Just call him with your mind.
One day. One day. No, by the time I even get, if I even collect a fan base at all, but if that ever happens, Ringo Starr, for one, he's too busy doodling in paint. He doesn't understand that a pen is faster than paint. And on top of that, he'll probably be dead. by
No,
that
he's
time.
never going to die. Ringo
gonna
Starr
die.
will never die.
Never die. But yeah, you can get all your stuff at your website, barbiestattman.com. You can actually order from there and all that jazz. You have all that shit set
Yeah,
up.
I actually finally set that up so that you can buy prints online. And I'm going to set up more originals up there too and more prints at some point. But now I have some basics. Like these are definitely up, like these four. And soon these two will be up there too. Just have to make a lot more reprints.
The originals.
No, the prints. I'm going to try and make originals to sell, but I just like feel too sentimentally attached for now, you know?
I hear that.
It's like a part of my soul. Like, I don't know. If I like let this go, it's gone forever.
It's like when I made pipes and somebody was like, you should make the same pipe that you made yourself. I'm like, you should suck a dick. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, my pipe is my pipe and it's fucking rad. And I don't want anybody else to have it.
What does your pipe look like? Is it not up there?
No, it's not up there. It's mine. It's my personal
Right.
piece
I don't know
that
why I
use.
asked. What does it look like?
It's made out of a partially petrified bog oak, so it's like this black grained wood.
Cool.
And I got it down to the grain, so it's all smooth. Most people, they do this texturing to it, and I'm like, that's a waste of that beautiful fucking grain.
What
'Cause
do you
it
mean they
is.
add texture to it?
What they do is they take like a little, it's kind of like a little metal auger tool, and they rip chunks out, and so it looks all gnarly. And I'm like, and it's super cool when it's done, right? But
right.
I didn't want to do that. I like to see the grain. I'm a big fan of wood grain. Like
Oh, cool.
I like that shit. You guys can't see this, but that beetle, that's just pine, but it's beetle kill.
Oh, cool.
So these beetles like infest it, and when they kill it, the whole fucking pine turns blue. It's gnarly. I love it.
Really? That's what that is?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the same with like that shelf over there and a couple other spots around here are the same. That one's blue with the red in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that shit. It's neat. That's why, like, when I'm working on this sign, I'm actually working with a plywood that I'm not a fan of, but
You're not a fan of this plywood?
I'm not. It stains so fucking well, and that's why I'm gonna keep using it. But
Yeah, that's what I look for in a good pine plywood. Is that it stains well.
it stains well. It'll look pretty when it's done. It will. I shit you not. It's gonna look dope.
Better.
Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm not 100% positive. I'm positive in my abilities to make it look dope, but I don't know the outcome of the wood. 100% of the time. So
hey, such is life.
Exactly.
You can only try.
C'est la vie. Yeah, what's a weird thing to work with? It's just...
Yeah, but it's really useful if you know how to work with it.
It is. It is. So do you do any actual painting, or is it all Photoshop?
Yeah, I definitely do a lot of painting, but I really enjoy like the flatness that Photoshop can give me, because I don't know. It sort of like depends on what I want in particular. Like, I guess all of these are really bad examples of what I'm talking about. But I really enjoy like the watercolor and ink texture, and while I like that you don't have control over some of it, that like adds a certain level of beauty, and sometimes I like would want to have more control, so that's when I use Photoshop. But I also like Photoshop because there's a lot of weird things you can do to make it personal too. Like when I was in college, I was just obsessed with like, it's when I was first like kind of starting to learn how to use this method, and I would just like obsess over taking pictures of texture. And so that was also fun because it made me like look for it more too. And so I just kind of collected all of this texture, and you know, when you go onto Photoshop, you can just like adjust all the different levels and layers and stuff, change all the colors.
That's the shit Mallory gives me too. I'm like, I need to make this. She's like, just go into Photoshop. I'm like, what? It's like me asking her to change an engine in a car. I'm like, it's super easy to do. It's very simple. You see that bolt, you undo it. See that one? You only have to do it like 300 times to get an engine out. But
right. I mean, it's easy if you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, it's like, well, what are you saying to me?
And that's the thing that I like to emphasize with art is it is better the more you do it.
Yeah.
And when I hear about people, I mean, just the other day I heard about someone's phenomenal artist local to this area. They've done a big, beautiful piece, that Betty Page house. That was his like the one thing I know that this guy did. Mm-hmm. Apparently he doesn't do art anymore. Yeah.
Dang.
Not Matt, not the guy that I had on last time, but the guy that originally did that. He doesn't do art anymore. I'm like, you painted one of these beautiful landmarks. I'm like, does the guy that did the Fremont Troll not do art anymore? I was like, I most certainly hope not, because that's, you know, they're landmarks. These are beautiful things that you did, that you pulled out of your brain and made righteous with your talents.
I know.
And it sucks seeing them go away.
That's how I feel about a lot of artists who kind of like don't move after a certain point, because it's all about just kind of like fucking around, I think, you know?
Exactly.
Like no matter what medium, like that's just how I learned Photoshop. It's just by like screwing around and like, oh, that kind of looks cool actually, you know? And if you fuck up, it's like, it's okay. Nobody ever has to see that. Just push it aside.
I messed around with Photoshop for like 2 weeks straight one time, and I was just doing all sorts of cool stuff and all sorts of things. And one of the things that got me is, even in my vast internet knowledge, I refused to use Google. I wanted to try and figure it out. So when it came down to saving something as an image, I was unaware that you had to flatten the layers. I was unaware of all this shit, and so I could never get it to work right. So all I did was I took the screen, I blew up the image on the screen, and I took a screenshot. Yeah, and then I pasted it in Paint.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's how I did shit.
But at least you did it.
Right? That's what I always thought was funny about those websites you go to back in the day, that they didn't allow you to save the image. I'm like, I'm looking at it, and it's like they run a flash time thing, so it doesn't have the save option. I'm like, but I have Control-Alt print screen. I can just fucking take it from there, and you're just making me do a second's worth of work, you prick.
They're just trying to do what they can to keep you from what you want.
Exactly. And then, you know, at that time I wasn't very well versed in the world of art, nor did I understand it at the time. And I'm still pretty much I want to say internet deviant, but that sounds horrible.
Internet deviant.
I don't do things the traditional way on the internet. I don't like to.
Well, what would you do in your
modern
work that would be like that you would use in Photoshop?
Oh, nothing. That's my work.
Right. So that makes more sense.
Exactly. My Photoshop is this and this. That's my Photoshop.
Nice.
Exactly. I can't remove a wrinkle in a photograph. but I can make a pretty dope pipe.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you do.
I love looking at that wall. It's so much weird shit up there.
Know.
I'm going to put a picture right here of that because I just learned how to, video editing. I'm on this is episode 8 now, and I've just learned how to incorporate an image
nice
at a specific size and area.
Well, if you learn how to edit, like video, you could probably learn Photoshop.
Probably.
But if you don't need to use it.
I don't.
What's the point?
I don't at all. I've got the boo, and she'll do all my Photoshop work for me. Yep. I make all of her wooden shit that she needs, so she can Photoshop some things for me.
Even shades.
It's the barter system. That's how it works here. It's a beautiful thing.
Artists need each other.
Mm-hmm. That's true, and that's like that collaborative piece down there.
Yeah.
I love seeing shit like that where you get a couple artists working on the same piece that use the same medium.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody was like, "Hey, you want to collab on a piece with me?" and I'm like, What? I'm like, what do you want me to do? I can make you a wood panel to paint on.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
It's not, but at the end of it, there's nothing special about the panel. That's a wood panel built to paint on. Would you consider the person that made that a collaborative artist?
Okay, so like that is a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other shapes. First of all, there's like so many more things that you can go in on besides just like a rectangular surface to paint on. That would still be collaborative.
Very true. And I've been working on that.
Dope.
I just went and picked up a tool yesterday that will help me on my journey to create more weird wooden shit.
Do you ever do like wood burning?
No. Yes. All of those pieces back there, that's all torch burned. It's not pen burned, no, but it's torch burned.
Well, that's what I meant. It's pen burned.
But look at that.
But either
Isn't
way,
that dope though?
Yeah, no, it's all dope.
It's all strategic wood burning with a fucking torch, a big torch too. I had to like get it certain areas just right, and I'm like using lighters here and there. I got it. I got mine.
Using lighters here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds fun. It probably smelled good when it was happening.
Oh, so nice. Like every now and then there's a little pile of like sawdust. I'm like, yeah. Grab the weed pipe.
Of course.
I'm just kidding. I don't smoke weed. I smoke weed. Whatever. Fuck you guys. My boss doesn't watch this.
Would it matter if you did?
Well, yeah. I work for...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You use heavy machinery.
Yep. Work for what is it? A federally contracted company. Don't care. It pays well. Nobody else is going to pay me what I'm making. So I want that. I want that to be this, Like
making podcasts, building wood?
Exactly. No, just doing podcasts. I'd love to get paid to do podcasts. And as soon as I get, hopefully, a fuck ton more people on here in the next year or so, then yeah, I can start monetizing it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I didn't know this about YouTube. They're like, yeah, you can monetize it. You have to have like 100 subscribers or some shit like that. I was like, oh, cool. How many do I have? They're like, 6. All right.
But it's just the beginning.
That is true.
100, relatively speaking, isn't that much, right? Especially like the more people you can get in here, which you can totally get a lot of people in here.
I feel like it's definitely going to help on the September Art Walk because that's, for one, it's the Kolab anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so it'll be party time down here, but there will also be, I will be doing the podcast live upstairs.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Rob helped me out. We got it booked, and I'm going to be doing it live for the full 4 hours. So it'll be on Facebook Live, maybe Instagram if I can get my computer to work right for that. But I don't know. I got a new computer showing up.
You can do Wednesday? Instagram Live for your computer?
I have no fucking idea. I don't even use Instagram right. I have like 4 posts in like 5 years.
Jeez.
Maybe 3 years. I don't even know how old Instagram is.
I don't know either. How old is Kolab?
I don't even know how old Kolab is.
Dope, me neither.
I don't know. I mean, aside from me, you were the last one to come in.
Who was originally here? Who like started it? I know it was Rob, right?
Yeah, I know Rob came in, and there was Kurt, and then like right near the end of Kurt's reign here, we had Mallory came in, and that's when I started just hanging out here.
Right.
And then, there was Josh Boulay. And there was Melissa, my very first podcast partner. Yeah, Melissa Cressetto was on the wall you're on now. No, she was on that wall. That's right. This wall had like T-shirts and shit on it.
Are you sure? Who did I replace then?
Melissa. Because
okay.
after Kurt left, she moved over.
Okay, I see.
And then Megan moved in, and Mallory's been at this spot the whole time. And then when this freed up, they were like, "Oh wow, that's not very much space to rent out. We can try and do it." And I was like, blah blah blah. And I was like, we figured it out. And
I have wood.
Exactly. I just picked up the bill on that one and just went to town with my stuff. Yeah, occasionally a thing sells. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to like come here once a month. See everybody, sort of like talk about your art every now and then, like just like have people like look at it even.
It is.
It's like, cool, okay.
We didn't get some of your stuff set up. Like, do you have any frames or?
Yeah, I have a few frames. I've been thinking about mostly like matting them instead. Make it just like a little bit cheaper, and it's just like lighter and nicer.
True, but you could have like one of each of them up on the wall framed, and then have like a box of them matted, or even loose. Because I like them loose, just like that. Because half the time when somebody buys a frame print, they don't keep it in that frame, or a matted print.
Yeah, and I think people are, I mean, not always, but maybe sometimes like more inclined to get things that look a little bit more convenient to like grab. Not to say that I shouldn't have frames, because that's definitely I think that I have to do.
A weird thing is walking around looking at frames or seeing frames at thrift stores and shit like that, and be like, what one's gonna look good with what?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
do you do that at all?
Yeah, all the time.
For the longest time, I was like, if I had any art pieces, such as prints and shit, they hung up like posters. I put tacks in them and shit and held them up to the wall.
Yep, that's exactly how my room is set up. Just like tape, like tacks.
Exactly. It's like, and then you start framing things, and then you start building this frame depository in your brain where you're like, oh, this would look good with this frame. What the fuck am I saying? Am I adulting?
Or like, I can take that frame and I could color it like red, or like color it gold, and like do this, and it's just like, oh my goodness.
Instead of grabbing something and be like, I have the perfect thumbtacks for you.
Exactly. But there is, I mean, I guess I'm like a little bit biased, because that's how I just like to decorate my room. It's just taking like random stuff that I found around, or even like prints that I've bought, and just kind of like slapping them on,
Same way. I had a collage wall when I was a kid. Not really a collage wall. It was mostly posters that I jammed border to border together to cover an entire wall.
Yeah, sometimes like overlapping, you know, for like different aesthetic appeals.
And then when I started getting things that I liked, like a picture that somebody did that was a small poster or a print or a concert poster, I would literally just like rub glue stick on it and stick it wherever. And so I had what looked like the hallway of like a punk rock club with like weird shit all over the place.
Is that not the dream?
It was so bizarre, but it wasn't cool. Like, nothing I had was awesome. I am 100% being real right now. I had a Britney Spears poster on my motherfucking wall.
Hey, that's cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Were we not all into Britney Spears when that was happening and just lying about it?
I don't know. I was an adult. I am Britney Spears' age. No,
how does it feel?
She's like a year or two older than me. I think she's like 34 or 35, something like that. It's just weird. It's a weird thing. Yeah, you were a young girl at the time, so Britney Spears was an acceptable thing. I was nearly an adult male.
Maybe I was an adult male when that was happening too. You don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking social constructs, whatever. I'm not even going to pretend. I say adult male, but I'm in my bedroom dancing like Britney Spears and got headphones on. Yeah.
That's okay.
Probably shaving my legs. Whatever. Yeah, that's...
Whatever.
Should have never done it, because now they're fucking forests. It's the only, like, the legs are the only spot on my body that grows any goddamn hair. Even the beard took like 4 years to grow.
So did you really shave your legs?
Oh, fucking A right, I did. I used to swim too, so.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's a reason, but I like to throw it out there. Yeah, shave my legs, whatever. And armpits. Never the head, though. Because then people really see the bald spot. Oh, fuck. No hair grows right there. Shit.
Yeah, because that never happens.
Exactly. So you said earlier something about Seattle. You don't come from Seattle?
No, I am from Colorado originally, and then
Where at?
Colorado Springs.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Colorado's definitely a state.
Yeah.
It's for sure, something that, there are mountains there.
Yep. Right down the fucking middle.
Yeah, it's, it's a part
And then
of our
100
country.
miles to each side of that middle line.
Yeah, and people live there.
Yeah.
But
Crazy people.
I went to school in Georgia, and I like it there a lot better. So I usually tell people that I'm from Georgia, and that's where I moved. I moved from Seattle, or to Seattle from Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but you like kind of grew up in Colorado and then moved to Georgia?
Yeah.
Was Georgia like college or high school? Or?
College. And then I spent like almost a year there after I graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just like really grew in that town. I feel like, I made like some really solid friends, and like, I was going to art school, which was the most amazing thing. Like, I think that I needed.
I keep getting on people that went to art school. Like, fuck you guys. You actually did something with an art school. All I ever hear is art school degrees are worthless, and then I see people making art, and I'm like, the degree might be, but fuck, the experience is something.
Okay, people who say that art degrees are worthless don't know anything about what they're talking about, because like you definitely don't need an art degree to be a successful artist, but like shitting on artists who are trying to learn and like practice around other artists and get like a constant critique from people who have been in the industry themselves, like that's literally how things are done forever in every industry. You like I just remember like somebody in high school telling me like, oh, I have this friend who is a much better artist than you, and like you're like a better artist because like technically a better artist, but they haven't had any classes. But it's just like nobody's really like teaching you how to like get in there.
Yeah.
You're literally just doing it yourself, and then you get like people's critique and you get more direction. You learn about how like artists from the past did it, and you're like all art is copying like art from the past, and that's not a bad thing. But I think it's really funny when people like shit on art school. It's just like, well, sorry you didn't go.
I don't think anybody shits on art school. It's just like there's so many people that went in for arts degrees and liberal arts degree and sociology degrees, and now they're like, the market's flooded with them, so the world's like, shit.
Maybe. I think I definitely
the current
got
one
grief.
I think is business school degrees.
Business school degrees.
Yeah. I think that's the new one where people are going to start going to business school and be like, that idiot did it and he's president.
Oh, that's so sad. Shouldn't laugh at that.
Why not? Have you seen him?
Oh, jeez.
I know. I'm always picking on King Cheeto.
King Cheeto.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they flip outside
Very
on you.
tiny head. And it's at its tightest. I know I don't need the pity. It'll just. Is it? I think it is.
Shit, you do have a tiny head. That's weird.
Yeah, but not in spirit.
Not in spirit. I have a big head.
Giant.
I'm with you. That's why I'm doing this. I'm going to say that every episode. That's why I'm doing this.
Just look really intimately at the camera.
All right. I know. Like, who the fuck am I? Who am I? I'm no artist. I'm barely a thing. I can do some things, but I'm so interested in it. And more than interested in the art and the processes of art is meeting artists.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, because like I've said before, a lot of artists I've ever met, very introverted. Like they're not generally, I'm not going to say all, I wouldn't even say half. Less than half artists are introverted. But when they are, they're extremely difficult to be personable with or all that other shit in large groups. And And that's what happens with a gallery showing, you know?
Yeah.
If they put their art up in a gallery and they have to fucking walk around and talk to people.
Yeah, okay, but that's kind of a weird experience, too, because it's like, I don't even consider myself an introvert, but when it comes to, like, talking about my art, it's just like, I don't know, nobody look at me, please. This is so weird. And, like, I don't know, when I first started at this gallery, like right before I met you guys, it was because I had that show with that artist Claire Mack, you know?
Yeah.
And that was kind of my first real, like, show.
Was that at Urban Lights?
Yeah, that was just right in that room over there.
Right across the hall at Urban Lights Studios. Y'all should come down every second Friday of the month. It's right there. I put it up here so you can fucking see it.
Yeah, it's so clear.
I know. Nobody gives a shit. I should put in a link, right?
Drop it in that link.
I don't know how to do that. I'm dumb.
You will learn. You will learn.
I'm so YouTube dumb. Like, the only thing I know about like YouTube and all this other internet shit these days is all of it used to be used for porn. I mean, there used to be a day where you could go on YouTube and type in porn and porn would come up.
Isn't that how everything starts?
Yeah. I'm like, it would have been the greatest thing. And then obviously it split off.
Been the greatest thing.
It obviously split off to PornTube and Pornhub and YouPorn and all this other shit, clip sites, stuff like that.
The world changes.
It does. We're on an art podcast talking about porn, and you're having troubles with the headphones and your tiny fucking head. You don't have to wear them. You can take them off if you want.
I feel like I have to for some reason.
Well, it's just because, like, if you lean back like this, you'll start to notice your voice is going. And
yeah.
It's definitely beneficial.
I think so.
It is. Because I've had it a few times where people were like this, and then they start to realize it, and they come back in. And,
yeah, that's what I keep doing. I keep, like... But then it's like, oh, no, I don't like that. That's too close.
It is. And, yeah. But I can also do this wonderful trick where I can turn your headphones up so when you lean back, you hear yourself better.
Whoa.
But then you also hear me louder. I don't know where your headphones are right now, but if they're at the same mark as mine, they seem to be about okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty regular.
If I can hear you more through the headphone than your actual voice, then I'm sad because I know that this is getting it. I hope. I have had errors. I have had issues before.
Shocking.
So what about Georgia? That was that helped you along this path for the art world.
Well, it was the first time that I was like completely surrounded by artists, and so I was just kind of quiet in high school, you know, like all of us were. And
no.
You weren't?
No.
Oh man, I thought everybody that went to my high school was an idiot. I just didn't talk to anybody.
I was definitely an idiot. I was 100-pound, 6-foot-tall shithead that was talking shit to fucking jocks and shit all the time.
Oh, I talk shit too. I love talking shit.
Wearing like Jinkos and shit, get my ass kicked all the time. Whenever it happened.
No, Colorado just is full of people who are too excited about being from Colorado, and I was just like, but guys, there's other places too. Did you know about that? But
that's everywhere I go. Like I moved here, and I'm like, I don't ever want to leave this place. And It was one of the most awe-inspiring moments coming up the freeway and seeing the Betty Page house. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna live here. Straight up.
Well, no wonder you're here.
I had seen the Space Needle. I had seen all this other shit.
You don't need to see the Space Needle.
Everybody does. Everybody needs to see the Space Needle. I would highly suggest coming to visit. Don't fucking move here. I don't like you. Like I have a fucking say in it.
Don't move here.
This is hands down one of my favorite places I've ever been. Seattle.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Like I really like how chill everything is. Yeah. You know? It's like bigger.
I really like the outside look on it. Everybody's like, yeah, but it's super liberal. I'm like,
You know what people told me before I moved here is that it rains a lot, which I think is really silly because I was coming from Georgia where it actually rains a lot. And Georgians were telling me, oh, you're going to Seattle? Like, you know, it rains a lot, which I find
it trickles
ridiculous.
A lot, and it's gray a lot. But when it's fucking sunny here, those 65 to 75 days a year, it is fucking beautiful.
Okay, but not to mention...
Except for today, because, thanks a lot, Canada. Your fucking smoke's clogging up all of our shit.
No, for the weekend, we're in LA, actually.
Yeah, right?
This is not Seattle.
This is North LA for the day.
It was funny, dude. I work at the top of Smith
Except
Tower.
for the traffic. The traffic killed it today.
Killed it in what way?
Like, I fucking raced into town. No problem.
Oh, yeah. I had a problem getting just here.
I was jetting on 90 and through back roads and shit like that. Yeah, as soon as I got to fucking the Ballard Bridge was up, and you got stuck at the Fremont Bridge.
I always get stuck at the Fremont Bridge.
Fuck those bridges. I was going up and shit. Build your bridges taller. You're in a boat terminal. Why open that shit 70 times a day? Just build it taller. It would save so much of your electricity bill. So much.
It's all about the charm.
I know. I get it, but I'd be one of those dickhead mayors that's like, no, if your boat doesn't fit, don't fucking come here. You know what's around the corner? Fucking shoal, bitch. Go there.
It's just funny whenever I see the sailboats going in.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just because of that rod, and it's just like, how does it feel? You probably just have such this idea about yourself, like riding in because your rod is too long. And then everybody has to make this like loud noise about it as the bridge goes up, watches you go through. It's so annoying.
Every single time I've seen the bridge go up because of a sailboat, I think my initial thought is like, yeah, that's what Morningwood's like. Except nobody cares. Nobody's getting pissed off that I'm walking around with Morningwood. I'm like, just everything sucks right now. It happens, guys. You understand. Some girls are transgender, fucking whatever. If you have one, you probably know. Whatever. Never mind. That's enough boner talk.
PSA.
Yeah, I'm done with boner talk. Let's talk about the best shitty beer there is, Rainier. I mean, it's no different than PBR or Hams or fucking Olympia.
I mean, it does what it's supposed to do.
It does. Right? It's still better than Budweiser. Do you drink beer at all?
Yeah, of course I do.
I don't know.
It's just funny that comment. It's better than Budweiser. So
it is.
That's like a...
Well, Budweiser, Coors, all that glorified sparkling water shit. That crap.
Yeah.
Anything you can buy...
tier above that.
Yeah. Pretty much anything you can buy in an 18-pack, I don't normally do. Shit, nowadays, I don't even buy 12-packs. I'm like, oh, you're coming in a 12-pack now? Nope. I'm too hipster for that.
Jeez. I love my father. I think he's a great man. But whenever we go to a restaurant with him, like, what do you have on draft? He'll get Budweiser or Coors if they've got it.
I know that one.
It's just so funny.
I have North Idaho family. There's Bud Light.
That's what he likes.
Yeah, I love it. I love when I see them
Opa.
and the group, because you can always tell Bud Light drinkers because they got that hyperextended beer belly.
Yeah,
and it's like the light's not working, bro. Like, drink a heavier beer. I mean, you'll stop drinking so many of them because they'll fill you up.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's all about the simplicity, though, I think that you're missing.
Exactly. And then they say stupid shit. Well, I looked like you when I was your age. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Maybe because you might have exercised back then, but keep it up. Keep exercising. Quit drinking light beer. It's a shame. It's a desecration.
Drinking diet soda.
Quit drinking diet anything. It's a desecration to the craft of what went into it. That's it.
Well,
there's fantastic brewers out there. Like, I only had to get this. I didn't even get this. I grabbed this out of the fridge in the back because my friend Kevin that brews beer, for the last 3 fucking podcasts, have forgotten to talk to him about shit, or he hasn't responded to me, or whatever fucking weird technological problems happen. You know the worst part? He's 6 houses down from me, and I know the code to his garage, kind of thing. Yeah, I know. I'm retarded. Whatever. Oh no! Oh shit! What'd you do? Did I do it?
I think it just did it on its own.
Oh, it's definitely doing that thing. Stay. I like that it took these 2 little ones down with it.
Yeah, I can't go alone.
tall one's gonna be the death of you.
Probably.
Check this out. Problem solver. And then you do this. You add weight to this. Boom.
Wow.
Yep. It's called scaling. I'm going to learn that if you use Photoshop. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I just said or any of that.
Either way.
Look, it won't even fall at all now.
Wow, it won't even fall.
No. See?
Not at all.
I'm a gangster. That's not true either. So, yeah. Are you enjoying the city, though?
Yeah. I like Seattle.
You don't want to move away?
I don't know. I feel like I've always sort of wanted to jump around a lot anyway.
Me too.
You know? So
there's a gypsy heart in there.
I know what you mean.
Sorry, I shouldn't use that anymore either. Did you hear fucking somebody on the internet blasting out about how gypsies cultural appropriating now? I'm like, fuck you. That's not what it is.
But it is a thing.
It is a thing. But they weren't that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't get to say that. It's not up to you.
Yeah, it's really obnoxious when that happens. It's like one thing to be an ally, but it's another thing to like not really understanding like
Exactly.
like I don't know, just opening your mouth
An
about
ally
oppression.
would support the people, not attack other people with different views of it, you know? That's my whole I have a little bit of a problem with the whole social justice warrior thing getting roped in with liberal ideals. I'm like, I'm extremely liberal. I don't agree with that shit.
Well,
I don't
it's
agree.
a really funny time right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's that weird thing. No, you probably shouldn't say the N word or F word all the fucking time, but to mandate that it can't be said is asinine.
I think it's all in the context of where it's being used, obviously.
I agree.
So,
I agree, but it's not mine to say it or use it.
right.
I'll do it in my bedroom. I don't give a shit. I drop N-bombs in my bedroom sometimes. It happens. You know? I stub my toe. I get some fucking wicked Tourette's. I'm like, I just go hard. I do. I say, when I hurt myself and I'm by myself, I say the most offensive shit ever. Straight
Is that
up.
not everybody, though?
The most, like, if a fucking kindergarten teacher heard me, they'd be, oh my God.
Is that the most innocent person in your mind is a kindergarten teacher?
Yes. What's the most innocent person in your mind? Preschool teacher. Shit. I missed that.
Yeah.
What are we going to go with?
I was thinking of like a nun or something.
No, can't go anything religious. Definitely not innocent. Nothing religious is innocent.
Why would a kindergartner teacher be innocent? Why would they?
Because they're all about sculpting young minds.
I don't know.
Without the use of fear of the devil.
I guess.
That was a whole stance I took on somebody at work the other day. I'm like, without the devil, there would be no religion. Like, if you didn't have the devil to scare people into it, religion would have washed out a long time ago.
You're not off base with a lot of those things, though, because duality and unity together is all over, right?
It is.
Like, you can't have good without the bad, so you should, like, celebrate the bad maybe sometimes, because that's what, like, makes the good things good.
That sounds very Satanist of you. I like it. Yeah. Revel in your rebels. That's what I say.
If you understand the darkness, then you understand more of, like, a wholeness of what's going on in your life, I think.
That being said, are you okay with talking about drugs?
Yes, of course, sure.
I don't know. I was going to ask, like, I mean, I assume we're in Washington. I assume you probably smoke some weed.
Yeah, I definitely
shit
smoke
like that.
weed.
Okay.
Drink some beer, shit like that.
You ever gone down the DMT route?
Okay, I want to, but the universe is toying with my heart. I feel like, so in college I had the opportunity to do it, but like I had just started eating mushrooms and was enjoying that, but like I was like, I will do DMT, but not now. But then maybe like a month or two ago.
Definitely can't listen to the universe. Fucks your shit up sometimes. It's like, not right now.
No, you're so wrong. You have to trust the universe.
You can say that, but then it's like, I have a friend that has DMT, and they're just going to drop it off and then leave. And then it's just you with your DMT, and the universe is like, no, don't do that. And you're like, all right. What a waste. It's the perfect time to do it. Nobody's there.
That was the perfect time to do it back in college. I should have done it then.
Anytime's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, right. If you have it. If you have it. If you don't have it, then you can't do it.
Do you need some? I might know a guy.
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That did not just happen. I might clip that part out.
You probably should, but I still think it's funny.
I think my mom might watch this. She's like, what are you fucking talking about? You know guys that deal in hard hallucinogens. It's not a hard hallucinogen. DMT is dimethyltryptamine. Your fucking brain makes it. Okay? Chill.
Well, if you're going to edit it out anyway, if you know somebody who has mushrooms, like, let me know.
I don't know anybody that has mushrooms, and I strongly advise against not getting mushrooms from people so much. Primarily because I've seen a lot of incidences where mushrooms did not turn out to be the right mushrooms.
Really interesting.
Yeah. We can talk more about that after this. I can tell you how to get the purest, best mushrooms you can possibly get.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
For a lot less money than you're about to spend buying it from some dude behind Safeway off of Craigslist.
Oh, yeah, because, you're picking it from the ground.
Exactly. You don't know what the fuck... I am no mushroom expert. I know 3 mushrooms that I can pick out of the ground and eat and be okay. One of them will fuck up my dreams. I love it. Yeah, fly agaric. You see that little red fucker with the little white dots all over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing will fuck up your dreams. You might puke. You might throw up a few times, and you won't even trip at all when you're awake half the time. Sometimes it depends on what you've eaten. It depends on the acids in your body. Sometimes you'll trip hard. Sometimes you won't trip at all. Sometimes you'll just have fucking crazy dreams. Crazy dreams.
Is that not the way of mushrooms already, though?
Well, no, because most of the time whenever I take like psilocybin-based mushrooms, because it's not a psilocybin-based mushroom.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Interesting.
It's an entirely different hallucinogen that's mildly toxic. And yeah, some people, like, what was it? It was, there is a death note to it. There's like 3 people that have died from it because of either an overdose of the chemical that's in it, or they took something that was of the same family. Mm-hmm. It's called the Amanita family, but it's like it doesn't look the same.
Damn.
It's weird. But what they assumed is because those little white dots all over the red mushroom, they just wipe off.
Oh, that's like the toxic part?
Yeah, they're a secondary fungus. No, they just wipe off. So before this thing is red, it's yellowish orange. Mm-hmm. And it has a counterpart called the death cap that grows up just red and orange-ish, but there's no white dots. So somebody will think, oh, it rained recently, so all the dots fell off, and then they eat it and die. But it was the wrong mushroom. So yeah, never pick your mushrooms in the wild unless you're 100% positive what you're doing. If you're listening or watching, please don't do it. Like, if you need information, you can email me at theartist. Is it the art? Fuck, I don't even know my email. artistalliancepodcast@gmail for now. Till I have a website. One day I'll have a fucking website and you can email me correctly. Now Gmail's going to shut me down. We do not condone drug use.
Just trying to talk about mushrooms, man.
Right? Yeah, I'm all about hallucinogens. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that everybody should do it. I think for sure there's some people maybe in my life that I've met that maybe couldn't handle it, but I think it's a really...
I think everybody should do DMT. Everybody. It's one of the main ingredients in ayahuasca tea. So, are you interested in a hallucinogen lecture?
Let's do it.
Your body, your brain produces DMT at certain times in your life.
Yeah.
Be it, I think it's death, REM sleep, first orgasm, like that kind of shit, like minute amounts.
Right.
You can handle a bunch of it and not die, which is great because your brain fucking makes it. Only issue is DMT, dimethyltryptamine, is in like 40% of plants naturally. So when you eat them, you're getting it
right
all the fucking time. But you have a stomach acid, you have an acid in your gut that breaks it down and neutralizes it so it doesn't get in your bloodstream and cause you to trip out. Some people have figured this out, and they figured out some ancient Mayan cultures or Peruvian cultures, whoever, so South American cultures have figured out that there is another plant that if you eat that, it neutralizes that acid that breaks down the DMT. So if you take both of those together, which is ayahuasca, they take those two and they boil them together, and then you drink that it neutralizes that, and then it gets you high as fuck. But doing DMT that way, you're cutting out a lot of like positive acids in your gut, and it causes you to throw up a lot.
Right.
That's why most people that do ayahuasca the first few times throw up, because they haven't figured out their system. Mm-hmm. But 5-EO DMT is pretty much just a extract of DMT directly derived from the plant that they remove everything else.
Right.
So you have this crystallized DMT. It's kind of like the way cocaine works. They take this plant, they wash it, they get all the shit out, and then they discard the plant. Unfortunately, you can't just eat it, because then your stomach neutralizes it. You have to smoke it. And when you smoke it, it feels weird. It feels very cracky and shitty. Sitting there like fucking crack pipe kind of shit. But yeah. I mean, I've done it that way once. I've had some.
Smoking it?
Yeah. I've wanted to do it with other people. I've done ayahuasca 2 or 3 times. It's a phenomenal experience. It'll change your entire outlook on life.
I know. That's why I want to do it, man.
All right. I'll hook you up.
Hell yeah.
I know a guy.
Cool.
I know a guy that knows a chick that knows a dog. So we're good.
Cool. Drug dealing dog.
We have this bug right here that's fucking with me.
He just wants to hang out.
He does. He's just trying to fucking photobomb the podcast.
Yeah, he just wants the world to know about him, all right?
Right. So, mushrooms, DMT, you want to do DMT. Have you done anything else?
That's like
lysergic acid.
Pretty much it, actually. Yeah, but I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for you anyways. It's better to eat it than it is to smoke it, but...
You're right, but I've never been as much of an edibles kind of gal, you know? And it's like, I just really enjoy smoking things, you know? So it's just been like...
100% understand.
Plus here, I mean, you can make your own, but buying edibles at the dispensary is almost a joke because everything has to be like 10 milligrams, you know?
It's true.
So it's like...
I don't know what your edible tolerance is, but mine is 10 milligrams now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Back in the day, you know, I was fucking throwing down whatever butter I made. I was like, I'm returning today.
Well, to put it this way, I got this drink that was like you guys brought it in actually. The like weird...
Oh, the legal one.
Yeah. I got one of those, like the cold brew version, and it was like supposed to be 40
the coffee
milligrams.
One?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah, it's definitely not coffee. It's definitely coffee flavored liquid.
The lemon ginger is where you got to go.
Yeah, probably anything that's not coffee flavored.
Yeah.
You know? But it was 40 milligrams, and I drank the whole thing, and I was really disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I like didn't really think that it did anything. And I like went to this like flea market even, and I was like expecting to like be high as fuck around all these people. And I was like, no, this is pretty regular time.
Weird. That's the problem.
But I don't
Sometimes.
know. Different floats for different boats.
There's also interesting things about animal fats. Having animal fats in your system when processing THC via edibles increases a lot.
Interesting.
I don't know.
So if you like eat a steak.
I don't know if it's steak or fucking bacon or some shit like that. It's like amino acids and all that good shit.
Huh. Well, that explains it.
This could be 100% bullshit. This is something I was reading the other day on some fucking website that was it was literally a weed science company out of Colorado. That's what they do, is they develop weed sciences and find better ways for you to ingest it and not have to ingest as much, but get the benefits of what you're trying to do.
Right.
It's kind of cool, actually. One of my current coworkers, is planning on moving to Colorado and working for this place. Super cool.
That's something that's happening a lot around here and in Colorado and Oregon, right? Is like a lot of people are like, yeah, I could go work for weed.
Absolutely.
Right now.
That was when my girlfriend told me. She's like, you need to grow pot. I'm like, but nobody's willing to pay me what the fuck I want to make.
Well, then you just have all this weed that you can smoke for yourself.
Right. I just got a message from Rob.
Yeah, Rob, come on by.
Right? I don't know when the fuck he sent it. Oh, like 10 minutes ago. Whatever. He's gonna show up and be like, what? What time do you need to be out of here?
What time is it now?
It's 8.
I guess they arrive at 9. So
how far are you heading?
30 to the airport. That's like an hour away. But they have to like get off. I'm like not in a rush.
The airport is totally not an hour away.
I know it's not. Well, okay.
You can just take 99 and get there in 30 minutes.
I know you're saying that, but like, I guess I'm coming from here either way. Yeah. But either way, there's just like that one section on Mercer that just gives me a fucking nightmare when you go onto the highway. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Don't touch the highway. Just come right up here to 99. Take 99 the entire way.
That's a good idea.
Or at least past the nasty traffic of Midtown Seattle.
Yeah.
Once you get a little further south, it's not too shabby, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
No,
I like the neat thing here is the freeway traffic. Or not freeway traffic, the airport traffic. It's never really that bad. Like fucking Spokane's airport traffic is worse. 100% of the time. I'm like, this is fucking nonsense.
I've never been to the Spokane airport.
Don't. There's nothing good there.
So I can't say anything about that. But I have had some like really funny times trying to get into the airport here, just like bumper to bumper, like not moving, but like being able to like look at the airport right there and just like being so stuck in traffic.
Never had that. Every single time I've gone to our airport, I pull right up to where I fucking need to be. Every time.
Jeez. That doesn't always happen to me.
Yeah, that's a bummer. We got an Uber in LA that took us, and that motherfucker was a baller. He's like, we're like in this long ass line waiting for this one slow right turn. He's like, fuck this. And he jumped out and jetted like 85 cars up. And then he was like, as soon as somebody started scooting, he was on that last cusp. He was like, yeah, mine. I was like,
thank you, sir.
Yeah, you know how to make a buck, dude.
Getting me to the place I need to be.
I tipped him like fucking $10. It was like a $5 ride.
That's not bad.
You badass. Yeah, I mean, that's always cool too. You meet fun Uber drivers sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't use Uber much. I prefer to drive. I would prefer to stay sober and drive.
Let's see.
Than use an Uber most of the time.
I would take a Lyft in the morning time, like when I would work at the coffee shop, just because the buses weren't even running that early, and I kind of justified it, and like it's really early, and I work in the middle of Pioneer Square.
Ugh.
So I would use a Lyft to get to work then.
Wait, what coffee shop's in the middle of Pioneer Square?
Diva Espresso. It's at the bottom of
Diva.
Smith Tower.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I no longer work there.
Nobody I ever talked to ever works at coffee stands for long.
Mm-mm. I mean, I worked there for a year.
We have one, I have to say this, we have one decent remaining like coffee company out of this area. I have to say it's Mercury's Coffee.
I haven't heard of that one.
They're only they're spreading now. They started in Woodinville. Mm-hmm. They went the entire path of 202 from like almost Duval to all the way out to Fall City. And like now they're in Sammamish and Bellevue and a few other places. So it was like, good. We need that.
Good.
They're fantastic.
We need that.
The dude makes amazing coffee. I mean, I've heard some stories about this human, and you know, maybe that's somebody I'll get on here. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
I think his name. Yeah, I know his name. I'm not gonna out him on the internet.
Good.
Right.
Privacy's important.
Not until
he's here.
Not until I get him here and I get to question him about his antics.
His antics, his coffee antics.
Yeah, if I shit you not, Mercury's Coffee in this area. I mean, you know, we're famous for coffee because of fucking Starbucks. Because of the shittiest coffee you can get for $10 a bag.
You know, at the original Starbucks, they don't even sell food there. It's just coffee drinks.
Yeah.
So funny.
And, you know, they did have a thing for a while that they had, come on in, sweetheart. I see you. We got a guest.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Barbie.
We got a studio mate in the studio right now, trying to kick over my camera. I'm just fucking with him.
What's in that bag there?
Tots.
Motherfucker brought food. You about ready to call this shit?
This is our first ever on-screen.
Dude, we can't be eating into a microphone, bro.
Why not?
Fuck it.
Eat into a microphone. Everybody should hear him.
But yeah, I'm a super anti-Starbucks person. Like, so much so that when I moved here, I was like, fuck Starbucks, go Tully's. And at Tully's, it was like, maybe not. And tried all the different coffee fucking brands and stands, and I was like, fuck. I was very disappointed when I moved out here. And I was like, the coffee just eats dick everywhere I go nowadays.
Just eats it up.
It does. It's like I was trying to find small roasters and shit, and then I was like, I got sidetracked by bikini baristas for a while. Yeah, that shit'll do
Like
that.
you all do.
Exactly. Like, hold on, chicks and pasties with coffee? I don't even care how shitty the coffee is. I'll pay $5 for it. It's better than Starbucks, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's there for.
They're like, no, we use Starbucks. And I'm like, oh, well.
No, I hate Starbucks because of all the weird customers that have come into my coffee shop not understanding what anything is, and me having to feel like a pretentious asshole for explaining to them that
Can
like,
I get
the
a
drink
venti this?
doesn't exist.
Yeah, can I get a venti frappuccino? Bitch.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
An iced macchiato isn't a real thing, everybody.
Oh, and the thing that drives me the craziest too is seeing other coffee shops that hire people from Starbucks that don't know how to actually use an espresso machine because it's just this push button thing that you push a button and it kicks espresso out like some fucking disgusting black jizz factory.
Yeah, disgusting black jizz factory.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, it fucks it up for everybody. And then it also
you
annoys me
killed
because then I
the
realize
art.
I'm pretentious about coffee. And it's just like, why do I care about this?
No,
That's
I'm
so
that way with
disappointing.
coffee and beer. Coffee, beer, and I don't know. I guess titties. That's why I don't go to strip clubs or
Pretentious
bikini baristas
about
anymore.
titties. That's a weird pretension.
No, it's not. There's nothing wrong about being pretentious about titties. I know what titties I like, and they have to be real.
Is that pretension though?
It's some sort of pretension.
Or is that more of like a preference?
Same thing.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah. If I'm like fake
Will you, like,
titties,
judge
fake titties.
others?
If I say no, not judge others, but I will say fake titties will never touch these hands. Boom, pretension right there.
That should go on a gravestone.
Fake titties will never touch
Never
these
touch
hands.
these hands.
I hope my mortician's
titties.
like this fully stacked fake titty woman. She's like, bullshit, motherfucker. I won't have a gravestone. I'm
You
gonna
won't
have
have
a
one?
boulder that somebody throws into the river with my body.
With your body.
I don't know, something's got to hold me down.
That's true.
Cement shoes or whatever. All right. Well, we got food, and you got to leave some. So I'm going to kill this one. This is episode 8, episode 1 of the Kolab series. Hope y'all had a good time meeting the wonderful Barbie Stattman here. And you can go to her webpage, barbiestattman.com. That's BARBIE STATTMAN.com. Rock on. I nailed it.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.